Okay, I'm Melissa Braxton Brown, and this is Gail Issac, and we are doing an oral history on March 28th. Okay, so I guess we could just start off you telling me about where you're originally from and a little bit maybe about growing up there.
Yeah, I was, I'm originally from Mississippi, so I'm back from Mississippi.
And did you have any brothers or sisters, or were you a single child?
Yeah, I'm a single
Only
child, and yeah, I'm a single child.
Okay, and I know that, so when did you move away from Mississippi? Where did you go?
Actually, I'm a foster child, and I started running away at a young age, and then once when I started leaving home far out, I ended up having a job here and there, and I ended up not coming back home. And after a while, I turned 18 years old, and kept on going.
You were just free to do whatever you wanted then. So where did you end up settling? I know you said do you have one child or more than one child?
I have 3 kids, and I have 3 grandkids too.
Okay, so where did you end up settling when you had your first child? Where was that?
Here in Cincinnati.
Here. Okay, so this is kind of like the final place you ended up, and you've been here ever since, right?
Yeah.
And you had 3 kids. Were you working at the time anywhere, or?
Yeah, I was working. Both of us were working. Things didn't work out. There were divorces taking place, and we each got married and lived a different life. But mostly, I've been a single parent. Was splitting, kids, So I mostly had to stay home,
Right. So the kids' fathers were involved, but separately, like they would get the kids sometimes, and then you would have them most of the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now that they're all grown, I decided to go and live a life of my own.
Just tell me a little bit more about what you're telling me downstairs about, setting the foundation and kind of the goals you're working towards and how you're getting there with your current job and what you're doing.
Well, I'm more interested in living a life of my own now, more than ever. Self-fulfillment, self-sufficient, living an independent life separately from my kids and my husband.
Something more than just being the mom?
Yeah, more like living a life of my own, like I've never lived my life before.
Right. Since now you're not just always taking care of kids.
Uh-huh.
And how old are your 3 kids now?
My oldest one is 27. My youngest one is 25. And I have a son that's 26.
Okay, so they're all kind of right in a row there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I know you said you've been here since September, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of things have you been working on since September and establishing, like you said, taking care of like credit cards and?
Oh yeah, credit cards and trying to get a regular job. Temp services is more like something that you need here and there while you're here. But I'm trying to get a regular job so that I could build my credits up and live like everybody else life. The kind of life I used to live before. At one time, I used to just call in when the bathroom needs fixing. I'd get on my cell phone and say I want this done, and they'd come over and fix it up, whatever that needs to be repaired. I hardly ever clean up for my own self. I used to have somebody cleaning up for me all the time. But I'm trying to get back on that the way it was before.
Right. Just get back on track. And I know you said that you were working towards getting a house.
Oh yeah, I want to own a house and probably have a car too. And Yeah, and probably having a career that I never had before in my life would probably take over my kids' life, because my kids has always been my pride and joy,
Right.
especially the last one. So now that she's gotten bigger and is capable to, stand on her own 2 feet,
Mm-hmm.
it's easier for me to do the things that I need to do, or what I always dreamed of doing.
Right.
You know.
So what is your kind of opinion or outlook on the drop-in center? Like, what has your experience here been like since September?
Well, when your kids are all grown and that bonding that you used to have a long time ago, as soon as when a female has a baby, that bonding is there, enmeshed bonding. When they break apart and they become an individual, it's a little bit it stings a little bit.
Right.
And you kind of need somebody. It doesn't make any difference where. So to me, the drop-in center was like everybody that lives in there, even whether it was negative or not. And it makes you feel, I don't know, soothing, comfort. They had their own ups and downs, but they helped me in a lot. And the workers around here are like angels. They tolerate a lot of stuff, and they try to, some of the stuff, every now and then they come out, the events that took place. I wonder how that happened, but the workers around here always manage to work around it and bring those people up. And I think they're angels. I really do. And the volunteers that comes in and out, that's a plus. But mainly the workers around here has been even the one that really has put the drop-in center down. Some of the families that I've known that has cut the drop-in center down, their family has came in. I don't know what their situation was, but they had been, maybe 1 or 2 of them that came in needed help like they've never had before.
Right.
So I don't know what to say as far as
So
I've heard of this place before, but I didn't really know what it was. But to me, everybody in here that lived there that had a real hard time, to me was comforting. It was a company and a companion to me. And I try not to be selfish because they make me feel a little bit more stronger. And as months go by, it makes me feel like everybody else out there living their independent life. And it's getting me there, and I'm trying my best not to be selfish about how I came in.
Right.
With that kind of low self-esteem or whatever it's called.
Yeah, that's right. The way you felt when you came in.
Yeah.
So you try to give back that support system to the
Yeah.
other people here that helped you get through your hard time.
Yeah, I try not to say, move out of the way, you're in my way, you're a problem to me.
Right.
I try not to do that now, but little by little, month by month, I'm getting to a point where it's like I don't need it anymore.
Right.
I don't need a drop-in anymore. I don't need people in there anymore. And I try not to be unkind because of that.
Right. So in a way, you're somewhat achieving your goal of being self-sufficient because now you're starting, to feel stronger about yourself and your self-esteem is growing. So, you feel a little more independent.
Yeah, my kids are like, it was a little bit, I don't know, because when I first came in, it felt like I still had a little baby in my hand. But now it's like I can put my baby in the crib and then walk around.